Hey, welcome to Guitar Knobs, the guitars, gear, noise, and nonsense podcast, hosted today by these knobs.
Tony Dudzik, Pick Guardian.
Jared Brandon, still down in Nashville.
Woo, Jared!
Hey, everybody, it's me, Todd Novak. Welcome to the Guitar Knobs podcast. We're thrilled to death that you're listening to our show. Oh,
That's right.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. You know why? Because aside from J-Rod joining us,
Yes.
which is a delight, we've got a guest that you all know and love, everyone out there in podcast land. Guess who are you?
Hello, Sailor. Hi, guys. Joe from Hello Sailor Effects.
Perfecto.
Yes.
Yes.
Great to have you.
Joe, the content magnate now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's becoming that way.
It's pretty incredible. Well, just in summary, we obviously have touched on this a little bit. I went over to UK to go hang out with Joe to go see Oasis. We're going to be touching on that a little bit. Don't worry, the whole show is not about that. We could do a whole show about that, but you know, we've been trickling things out, and we just, you know, I want to hear some of Joe's perspective because it's mostly been me talking about all that stuff.
Yes.
We also have a couple of killer pedals in front of us.
A trifecta, if you will.
A trifecta, yes. And we also have got some really cool thing that Joe is up to that he's going to share out with us. So This will be a grand time. I guarantee it. Asterisk, asterisk. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's start out just really quickly with
Do we
a
have
few
any
announcements. Yes, we do.
Ooh.
We had a note from Brian C. Bob. Brian C. Bob. He said, "Hey, just want to say thanks. I bought the Valaton GP5 off Amazon for $64.
Oh, my God.
I was blown away in the first 5 minutes. The price to value ratio of this thing is off the charts. I didn't even have to download the app to get, or no, he said I didn't even have the app downloaded yet. Great recommend and fantastic podcast. You guys do an amazing job of informing and entertaining at the same time. I don't think that those are in order, but thank you."
Yes.
Yeah, and glad that you found something you like. I'm telling you, we used that GP5 at the pedal show.
Pedals and pints.
My goodness, it was awesome. So thanks for sending that in, Brian. We love when people connect with us. Please send us, things that you guys are doing, things that you're thinking about, things that you bought, what you're happy about, all that good stuff. Okay. Also, I have it on good word. Mm-hmm. In fact, I have it on 100% reassured good word that we've done another micro run of the famed Tony Baloney pedals.
Oh, lovely.
Ooh.
Yes. We got 10 more done because we went through the first batch.
Nice.
Are they still pink?
They're exactly as the first ones were.
Baloney
Yes.
pink.
Yes.
Baloney.
So I will be sharing some more information about that. But as previous, because this was going through Sam Jett, he didn't make a website for this. It was just like, hey, contact me and we'll get this going. But what you can do is go to, it's just Tony Baloney Pedal. Okay? Tony Baloney Pedal.
Where is that on IG?
TonyBoloney, not Bologna. All right?
The proper way.
The proper way is baloney. Like you're full of baloney. So that's all one word, Tony Baloney Pedal. Go there and just send a message. That's all you got to do. I want a pedal. And then the rest we will handle. And
Where do they go? Where do they go? Is that on Instagram?
Sorry, that's on Instagram.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. Go to Instagram, Tony Baloney Pedal. And as a reminder, the proceeds of this go to Hungry for Music, a great charity to get musical instruments in the hands of kids that need it. So
nice.
Yes, y'all. So there's that. Very exciting. I'm happy to have a few more out there.
I love it.
I might
honestly,
get another one myself.
I mean, I'm shocked at how many people really, really like this pedal.
It became my number one drive. absolutely straight up honest. I was stacking it, and then I said, "What if I don't stack it?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this into the AC30 sounds flipping fantastic."
Yeah, it's a nice
I tell you what else is good about it. The packaging is amazing. My dog Gibson has never been so disappointed in his life. When I pedaled from that packaging and it went some sort of meaty treat. He's looking at me like, "What the hell, Dad? What's going on?"
It looks like it should be edible.
He was like sat to attention. He was like, "Get him. What is this?"
Yeah. So make sure this is the last. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last time you're going to be able to get these. We're not set up to do like, we're going to do another 3 runs or something. Like we were just able to get 10 more, and that's his capacity. So
nice. Thanks, Sam.
Yes, and I believe those are $175.
I believe that is the case.
Yes. Worth every penny. That's what I say. All right, that's our announcements for right now. I think it would be amazing to find out what's going on in our music worlds this week. Let's check in with the lovely, the leggy, the Tony Baloney.
Of whom the pedal is named after.
Yes,
I am told.
that is true.
Well, this week
What?
So I don't know why, but I got a bug to get one of these airline Jetson Junior guitars.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And so I called
You
our
can
friend
call it Elroy.
Jane, his wife. So I got in touch with Mike at Eastwood, and I learned something. Airline is now operating as its own company.
Yes.
Mike sold it off to some very good people. And in the meantime, I did some searching around, and they had. I wanted to get a red one.
Well, that's the classic, yeah.
But I found
everybody's got a red one. Too.
Yeah. I don't want to be like everybody.
Yeah.
So I found
Plaid's the way to go.
On at a Guitar Center. I think it was in New York. It was at the Manhattan store, and they had it reduced for $375, which is.
This is the classic airline?
Well, no. I mean, it's the...
Tony, I will say this only once. Unzip that thing.
I've unzipped it.
All right.
So what's cool about this...
Oh, it's a one pickup,
It's a one pickup
That's
model.
Awesome.
I am really...
That's really cool.
It's a very
and
nice
it's
guitar.
white.
It's
and
white.
It's got a trapeze bridge on it.
Yeah. Little trapeze tailpiece.
Sorry, yes.
And so I,
that's a really thin neck.
It feels good. It plays well.
I didn't judge it, Tony. I just said it's a thin neck.
And I didn't know this at the time, but it also shipped in an official airline gig bag.
Nice one too.
And if you go to the website now, these airline gig bags cost about $170.
Whoa!
So this is just like it's a deal even better. So I worked my magic with it. It came with a teeny. It's only got a volume control. It came with a miniature pot, so I put a full size in, and the pickup in it was actually okay. But I had a Duncan JB laying around the shop that needed to go into something, so I put a chrome cover on it and put that in there. And I
like it.
It's a cool guitar.
I like it.
Now it's not
That's
like
really cool.
These are solid.
Usually your stuff's not that cool.
Well.
No, it's kind of like I like it because it doesn't have all the extra like.
It's a total strip down.
Yeah, because
it's clean.
The standard airline was like the equivalent of like a '63 Cadillac.
Well,
so much stuff all over it.
Lots of controls, and those guitars in particular were actually Reso glass guitars, so they were made of fiberglass formed bodies with a hunk of wood going down the middle of them.
Hollow like your soul.
Yes, these are really nice. For the time that
I can't
Eastwood
believe you got that for $300.
$375.
I can't believe you got that for $375.
Well, believe it. It's in perfect condition. It set up just perfectly right out of the gate.
Wow.
So again, I put a new pickup in it. I put a Tone Pros bridge on it.
That's awesome.
It's it's golden.
Yeah, I should see if they.
How
have
heavy
one
is
in
it?
Black.
I would say it's what about maybe 5.5, 6 pounds.
I was going to say 6.25.
Really?
6.25 says Todd.
That's my guess.
Yes, and you know him; he's accurate.
Yes.
So it's very light, and it's because it's got a basswood body, but it's it's cool, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And it came with a cool gig bag. So
I'm
that's
going to
my
switch it. It's 5.8. That's what I'm going with.
5.8.
5.8.
Pounds.
How many kilos?
I don't know. Joe?
2.2 pounds a kilo. I hate maths.
Yes.
How many stone would that be?
He hates math, but I will tell you, Joe was an absolute saint. He converted so many things. He's like, no problem. And then at some point, he actually says, well, you can look that up on Google.
I was getting pretty nifty at that conversion. Malarkey.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. You can look it up on Google, too.
That's very polite of
Yes,
you.
yes.
I would have lost.
Well, here's the thing. With the things that, I know we're going to get into this, but most of the stuff I was asking, a lot of it was just like where we are going, what were our things. And I just assumed he knows the entire country. Because,
Do you know the entire state of Ohio?
no.
Okay.
But I see the error of my ways, but I was assuming because, he wasn't stressed out about it at all. I'm like, oh, where's the thing? He's like, I don't know. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't know.
I can barely find my way to the end of the road. Never mind.
Right. Anyways, that's pretty cool, Tony.
Yes,
I
I'm
like
happy.
it.
I happy.
That's very cool. Jared, anything on your end?
Oh, of course. So once in a while, we have a lot of prototypes and guitars and whatnot that builds up in the office that we check out at work. And then we got to get rid of them. So we sell them off to employees, and you have to donate an amount to our foundation that we talked about in a different podcast, Skips and Gives. So I did that, and I got to take home a Kramer guitar, and it has a
Gibson owns Kramer.
Yes.
Yeah, Gibson owns Kramer, just for context. So yeah, it's got more of the Yamaha Stratty body shape. It's not the traditional contour of a Strat, but it's more the pointy, so heavy metal looking. And I had Tony make me a pickguard for it. And the pickup configuration is a humbucker and a single coil, and the single coil's got just one blade across the top. It's called a Triton. And I wanted to boost that pickup, so I got an EMG boost kit. I think there's two different ones you could buy, and I just have the cheaper one just for one pickup. And so I'm configuring that right now and trying to find the best way to wire that up. Those are pretty cool.
Nice.
The EMG boost kits. You got to try one of those on a Strat. You can boost all three pickups, and it just matters how you wire it in. It's pretty easy to use.
Huh.
So I've just been playing with that. Tony did a great job on the pickguard, by the way.
That's great.
Tortoiseshell. No, it's a tortoiseshell pickguard, and the whole color scheme kind of matches my old Gibson Dove.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jared found a really nice piece of solid tortoise, and he brought that up, and we cut a guard off of it, or I cut a guard for him.
All right.
So
Very
it came out
cool.
pretty cool.
Nice. So can you tell us a little bit more, like what about the Triton pickup? Because that sounds like kind of a big deal, man.
Yeah, I mean they're a single coil size pickup, but they're actually noiseless. And it's kind of a different shape than a noiseless Strat pickup, but I would say they're similar in volume, so you have to turn it up a little bit. It's kind of the same as that as far as volume and in comparison. And so it's still a great sounding pickup. The way it's structured, there's a center bar, and then there's two tiny little coils inside, and there's neodymium magnets that are stuck to both sides of that. Mm-hmm. And the coils they're sideways instead of a traditional position of of where the coils are positioned. So there's one on each side of the bar sideways, and it's a thin coil.
Yes.
And
that's
the other part about you having a blade in the pickup is there's no. I mean, I'm not that I have ever had a problem with string drop off. Like if you bend a string,
Right.
it goes off of the pull piece. If it's if you have 6 pull pieces,
if you bend it, yeah.
and this has a longer. Basically,
Well, that
the
makes
entire length
sense
of the
in the
pickup.
neck position because that's, if you're flipping it into that position, a lot of times people do that for soloing, and that's when a lot of bendy bits happen.
Bendy bits.
A lot, yeah. That's kind of, especially if you're playing high, and then you're right there next to the neck pickup.
Yeah.
And that bar goes
Don't play
from
high,
basically,
everybody. Be cool.
Keep it below 5.
Yeah.
That bar basically goes from end to end on that pickup.
Yeah.
So it has its own look.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool. You'll have to send me a picture of that so I can see what the heck you're talking about.
I will right now.
All right. Joe, how about yourself?
Oh, man. So I don't normally have very many new guitar days, but I've actually had 2 lately.
Oh.
So first one I got was I got offered probably the best deal ever from a brand called Lenson Guitars. Now, they actually flew over to the UK and dropped by the workshop with this guitar that I've been fawning over for the longest time.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like an offset telly with a wraparound bridge on it. It's just and it's been pinstriped as well. It's pretty special.
Is it Lensing?
Lenson, so Lensen.
Okay,
They're
Lenson guitars.
from Holland.
Yeah. Yes. I've seen the guitar, but I just want to make sure everybody knows what to go look for.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
awesome.
this guy, he makes them all by hand. There's no like CNC machining and all that jazz. And it just sits in a different EQ range to everything else I've got, which is great for testing pedals. It's got some weird mini humbucker blade pickups on it and all sorts of weird stuff that I would not normally choose.
It is such a playable guitar. I know that sounds like maybe a weird thing to say, but some things you pick up and you're like, it's not. There's a weird like dynamic to it, comfort. The neck feels weird, or if it's like a Strat, it just like I don't like it at all. But
Same.
this is a lovely instrument. I mean, I was really gushing on it when I saw that at Joe's place, and it looks killer.
Mate, and do you know what it reminds me of feel-wise? It reminds me of a Novo. Like, I hate the scale length, but it sits well with me, and I like playing them, which is really weird. There's like a Fender scale length doesn't really work for me, personally.
Yeah.
But this thing is just, it almost plays itself.
Yeah.
Does it have the 2 and 4 headstock?
Yeah, it does. Do you know what? I'm not a fan of that sort of thing. I prefer like just standard Gibson headstock.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, it probably plays into the EQ of the guitar and a straight pull over the bridge. And
Well, that's because there were some Gretches in the 60s that had the 2 and 4 headstock. And that was one of the reasons they did it, so that the strings would stay straight from bridge to headstock. So
he's got some
sweet.
really cool models. If you get to the website, the specifically, I think the Rebel looks really awesome.
yeah,
It's
So
kind of
good.
like the what model Gretsch is that? Kind of the Duojet? Is that?
not quite. The horns aren't quite.
It's not
as deep.
quite there. It's a little bit more pronounced than
Yeah.
because what I don't like about that one is that it's almost like the horns are like almost like come out flat.
Yeah.
This and it's got a carved top to it.
Plus,
it looks
plus
awesome.
it's in black.
Plus it's in black and it's got big block inlay. I like that a
and
lot.
they just sound so good.
Yeah,
Um,
it's true.
and also, my second guitar, which is an absolute dream come true for me, is a 74 Black Les Paul Custom.
Whoa!
Mate. This thing has been, it was owned by a guy called Steve Jordan. He owns a vintage guitar shop over here in the UK. And it was his own personal guitar. But someone's cut open the pancake body and hollowed it out so it's like £8. Something.
There you go.
Go on, Todd. What's your guesstimate on this one for the weight?
It's still pretty heavy.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it's not a boat anchor.
No, it isn't.
Right.
I'd say you're in the solid 8s for sure.
Nice.
Because I'm me, it had all like Japanese aftermarket parts on that were kind of like just retrofitted in there, and I hate that.
Yeah.
So I bought all like proper American sized parts, but also like I went for a bridge made of Zamak because it's got to be the right one type thing. So I had to like, I changed it into the Oasis guitar, with the cream plastics. And, and I even went into the detail with the sticker. So the sticker on Noel's old guitar was given to him by a fan, and the letter spacing was different to their normal logo. So I dug into all of that, and
Yeah,
I think
it's funny because when I saw that, I was like, "Oh man, I should make Joe a proper sticker that looks like the thing," which would have not been the right thing to do, obviously.
Yeah, Well, it's just
it plays great,
plays so
man.
well. It does, doesn't it? It plays so well.
Yeah,
and it's got a lower action than what I like, but it kind of suits the guitar.
Yeah, you have a lot of things that you don't like that you like.
It's weird, isn't it? If you think I'm complex, you want to meet Mrs. Sailor. Jesus.
Hello, Mrs. Sailor.
Yes.
Hey, how was the Woking Guitar Show?
It was interesting. So last time I did it, there was a smaller space with lots of creators in it, lots of small businesses, but then lots more people signed up for this year, so they split it over two halves. Now the problem was last minute, lots of people dropped out, so it was really spread out. And I was in the pedaling acoustic half, which is like the poorer younger brother to the electric guitars, right? So I didn't get as much traffic. It's a bit rubbish in that respect, but it did throw up another like a YouTube opportunity for me. So I had so many people come up to me and say, "How do you do this on YouTube?" or "How did you start? What's your work plans for putting out content?" Just all these little things. And I think I booked maybe 5 or 6 video calls with people just to help them out.
Nice.
Like to start, or where do you start? How do you turn on a camera? I didn't know. And I'm happy to do that. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I could probably just make videos of this and put that out there, and then people wouldn't have to have the video call with me. And then that led me to think, maybe I'm just going to start a new channel.
There you go.
There you go.
Too.
Yeah,
So-
Joe knows.
Joe knows all.
Well, I'm still in the process of trying to decide what that channel could be. I'm trying to keep it away from Hello Sailor. I don't want it to be the same. So the temptation to use Sailor in the title is
How about Goodbye, Sailor?
Yeah.
Drunken Sailor.
Yeah. What do you do with a drunken sailor? So Weller didn't show up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely not. But do you know what was fun? That everyone I stopped and talked to had either seen my content online or seemed to know who I was, which is it's a bit surreal. So
They must all
it's
listen to
been
the
quite
podcast.
That's what I think. I mean, I am on for the 4th time. I think there's only 1 or 2
I think
people
he's talking
now,
about
isn't
your
it?
podcast.
No, our podcast.
Oh, yeah, no.
I got what you meant, Tony. I got what you meant.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to talk about the stuff on the board here. But before we do that, Tony, guess what I did this week?
Oh, Todd.
It's a pickup from last week because we didn't have one in between there.
Oh, I see. I don't know. What did you do this week, Todd?
We had the Pedals and Pints show.
Pedals and Pints.
Pedals and Pints. So yeah, what
did that involve copious amounts of drinking?
For you, it did. I know that for a fact. Anyways, so yes, what it is, it's a brewery. They pick a brewery. They being this group that puts it together, led by Thimble Wasp, who's been on the show before. Makes some awesome pedals.
Great stuff.
And it's it's local builders, not just Columbus, but basically
Regional,
open to
yeah.
Regional. So we had some people from Dayton and Cincinnati, and I think up north maybe a little bit. I can't remember where everybody exactly was from, but it was great. We had a great time. It was a little alcove, and it's one of those things. You're just like, geez, I hope some people show up. And instantly, when they said, "All right, it's on," you couldn't even walk in between the guys.
It was more packed than I expected, which was great.
Yeah.
And we had a special board that Todd put together.
I was so excited about this. After my travels to UK, I came back and I was like, man, what are we going to do for this Pedals and Pints thing? And I'm looking in front of me and I'm like, I've got all these like there's pedals from the UK, and we had we visited Reeves Electro, and I'm like, I can make a UK board. So we put that together with pedals from Soundlad, Liverpool, and Hello Sailor, and Reeves Electro, and did sneak in the Skull Fuzz from Dr. No.
Well, yeah,
because it's a gold skull fuzz,
giant
yes.
gold fuzz skull.
It took up almost the entire height of the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What guitars did we have?
Well, and I was like, Tony, how I still just wasn't in my right head. It took me a few days to get back.
You were
into
kind of
my,
lagged.
I was
for
I was a
bit.
little loopy. And I'm like, I was thinking about bringing the parts caster here because it is a cool guitar, and I knew it would go well with the fuzzes because it's single coil. But then he's like, well, why wouldn't you just take the Union Jack 335 we got you? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's perfect. And then he brought his Union Jack Rick.
Ish.
Yes, Rickish. It's called a Rickish. Yes. They're both from a certain area in the east of here. Anyways, it was great. And it was so cool watching people fiddle around with all the pedals. They genuinely spent time, wanted to know all the things about all of the pedals that we had, and it was a real fun time.
Yeah,
real good time.
I enjoyed it.
And as I mentioned, powering that entire board, or not powering it, but we were ultimately going through the Valton GP5, which brilliantly it's got an input and an output, but that output will also accept headphones. Mm-hmm. So that whole board went into this teeny tiny pedal, and it sounded like a monster. And,
it sounded great.
And then I ran that through a headphone splitter, and we all got to listen to things.
Yeah.
La la la.
Nice.
Yes.
What a wonderful way to spend a Wednesday night.
It was great. Yay! Thank you so much, Thimblewasp, for putting that on, and for all the other people that came out there.
Yes.
Occult Effects was there.
Oh, yeah. I like his new etching designs that he's doing on his pedals now.
Yeah. He's got a lot more pedals and stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. You should check those out. Anyways, some people will end up on the show, I'm sure.
Yes.
And that's enough of that.
Todd?
Yes, Tony.
When you were putting that pedal board together.
Yes.
Oh, no.
How did you connect all of... there were a lot of pedals on there. They were in the UK, so they use a different size jack.
Well, it's just different electricity. The jack is the same. Fortunately...
I actually had somebody ask about that. They said, if all these pedals are from the UK, does the voltage change? I said, no. It doesn't change. 9 all the way.
Yes. So, yes, we used Tour Gear Designs patch cables on the entire board. I was really happy to do that.
It looked so neat.
It did. And it was very easy to put all those things together very quickly. I got the entire board set up in like 15 minutes. It was great.
Yep, perfect.
You should go get some of those yourself. Go over to tourgeardesigns.com.
Yes.
Load up your cart.
Get
it
up.
A bunch of sizes. If you're like, maybe I will never use this size.
You will use it.
You will use the size. I use all my sizes for sure.
Yes.
Put them into your cart. Hit purchase. Don't worry. You're going to get a chance at this point to enter a coupon code.
Does a box pop up?
Yes, it does. And you put in what?
I believe it's the Guitar Knobs, all lowercase, all one word.
And you save how much?
I believe it's 15%.
As long as it lasts.
As long as it lasts. Get
Thank
them
you
now.
To Tour Gear for sponsoring our 4 on the Floor.
Let me get a little bit of this.
1, 2, 3. 4 on the floor. Joe from Hello Sailor. What is your fourth 4 on the floor? I think it's fourth. It's probably
time.
more than that. Is this the fourth time?
I think this is
Yes, the fourth time.
Fourth time. Okay. What's your fourth 4 on the floor?
Ooh, that's all.
Oh, man.
Lots of alliteration.
Words are hard. I'm going to start with one of my favourite pedals that I really don't get out enough. It's the Flynn Amps Rory Gallagher Hawk Boost. I don't know if you guys
That's
have
like
ever tried
saying
one.
purple burglar for Scottish people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But this thing is basically Flynn Amps got hold of Rory's original Hawk Boost from the family and traced it out and then made a recreation of it. It's fantastic. What a treble boost. And it uses inductors to set the the tone stack, so you can have like really trebly and what have you. And it runs off 18 volts, which is a bit crazy, but yeah.
Oh wow!
It's built like a tank as well. It's one of them sloped enclosures. They're massive.
Yeah. I remember that was a substantial pedal.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And that's not one you hear too much about. I was completely in the dark about that one.
Well, I started doing some digging and obviously found the schematic. And then I'm working with a friend of mine and when I say I'm working with a friend of mine, he's working and I'm not, of recreating it as a tag board. And I'm going to do a video on it, and I'm going to show everyone how to build a tag board version.
Awesome.
Which is going to be massive and ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. So then after treble boost, you've got to have a fuzz, right? If you don't have a fuzz after a treble boost there, you're missing out. And I'm going with the funny little boxes. Funny little boxes caught by the fuzz. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
Yes.
It's such a good fuzz pedal. It's like £100.
And is that in fact named after the Supergrass song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
So when you click this pedal on, there's two lights on the front of it on the police car, and they light up alternatively while the pedal's on. It's just amazing.
That's
and
great.
for £100, you can't go wrong.
Yes,
it's kind of like a more aggressive trebly fuzz. It's not like a fuzz facey.
And is the funny little boxes, where are they located?
They're here in the UK. The guy who runs it's called Andy. He's a real nice guy. I keep trying to pin him down to get him on my podcast, but it's been rather elusive. Either I'm busy or he's busy. But yeah, what a design! Like I think Sound at Liverpool, Mark helped him draw the circuit out once he designed it.
Yeah, you were talking about that. Yeah.
So
Cool. Well, how about number 3?
So number 3 is another one that I've only just got lately from another UK company called Afforderboard, and it is the Supersonic Drive. So it's like an Oasis pedal, another not so expensive pedal as well. I think they're like £120 maybe, but it sounds fantastic and it nails the Oasis tones. So why not have that on your board? You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around right now.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah,
is there a
sure.
band? Did they get back together or something?
Who's that? Afforderboard?
Oasis.
Yes. Yes. And, not to be, I just got to throw it in there because SoundLad's version, the Scran. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? I wanted to buy one because I did like an Oasis pedal video. I wanted to buy one to compare it and stuff, but there's a 6-week wait time. That's how busy that guy is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, mad.
Wild.
And well deserved as well.
How about number 4?
And number 4 is, of course, the Sound at Liverpool Sketchy. What a pedal.
Yeah.
It's so good. Do you know what? He gave me a video explanation because I'm an idiot, right, when it comes to anything complex. I just can't work them out. And first thing I did was throw the manual away as well. Of course I did. So he gave me like an in-person explanation over a video call. And halfway through he said, and if you want to start it again, pick the pedal up and shake it. But I thought he was trying to have me on and just get me on camera, shaking a pedal in the air for nothing.
No, it really works.
Yep, it clears it.
No, it really works. How good's that? Brilliant.
Yeah.
The man's a genius.
The crazy thing is, you said, I'm an idiot when it comes to anything complex. If you own a Hello Sailor and feel endeavored to actually open the back, you too will be astonished at that statement. Because those are nothing but complex inside.
But see, I'm very analog and not digital. So I still message my son, like I'll send him a text message, and he says to me, "Dad, you're so analog." Well, no, he lives in the other end of the country, man.
Yes, albatross.
Yeah.
They're still worth something.
A carrier pigeon.
So, okay, that's a good solid 4. A lot of drive happening.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. But you reminded me of something that as we get into these, well great. So
what I'd like to do.
Yes. What would you like to do?
Well, since this is indeed Joe's 4th appearance.
Yes.
I would like people, if they want to go back in time. And listen to the previous 3 episodes. You're going to look for episode number 144.
Yes.
which was in September of 2019.
2019.
Number 208.
And that actually came from, so that episode, it was one of those things we've been, I guess, lucky in some aspects, just scouring, and I'm like, wait, what is this? It was like a late night scour, and I found this thing. I was like, that's really cool. We need to talk to this guy. And I didn't even know he was from the UK.
Yeah.
And, it was just one of those things. I'm so happy that I said, wait a minute, what's that? And didn't just keep scrolling.
Yes. Joe's
Power of
second
YouTube.
appearance
Yes.
was episode number 208 from February of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And his third was number 378 from July of 2024.
Outstanding.
So
And this will be number 441.
nice.
So who's beating me in appearances then? Daredevil Audio got to be.
Schroeder is right up there. I think he's got the most.
Yeah.
He's a given.
Followed by, I think, Daredevil. Followed by you. And I think that's Copper Sound's coming on real soon, so I think he's in a tie with Daredevil.
I've been on several hundred.
Yes, Tony, you win. You win. Yes, that's true. Anyway, so let's just quickly give me 3 highlights from your perspective of our trip in the UK. My trip. You live there. Sorry.
Are we allowed to say the actual Oasis show? Because, I mean,
of course.
That's kind of given. Yeah, well, without a doubt. Oasis playing, of course. And specifically Live Forever, when they dedicated that to Ricky Hatton, who's one of my favourite boxers, who's just died. And it's just amazing. The atmosphere in there, you could have cut it with a knife. It was electric, you could say.
It really was.
Fantastic.
It really was. It was, well, you tell yours, I'll tell mine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was brilliant. Number 2, in tattoos, randomly, we were trying to go and find an art gallery in Brighton and said, oh, well, if we see a good tattoo shop, and I did a bit of research the night before, and we literally stepped off the train, walked down the street and ended up at like Brighton's number 1 tattoo shop. And then never made it anywhere else that day.
I was a little bit, he said, how about this one? And when we started talking business like about a year ago, secretly, both of us were like, oh, we definitely got to get a tattoo. But we didn't really talk about it.
No.
So then when I got there, we were both like, so we're going to get tattoos, right? And then he was like, hey, how about this place? I'm like, no, don't, let's not do that. Are they any good? Let's find that out. Unfortunately, he said he had already done his research. So
nice.
Yeah. He did have me a little nervous there for a second.
It was Brighton Ink, so it's like their version of LA Ink, Manchester Ink, all of that stuff. So
yeah. Indeed.
that was definitely up there. Number 3. There's so much for this.
Take 5. You get 5. Let's do 5.
No, I've got it already, mate.
Okay.
Walking around the London Gallery looking for a Henry VIII painting, and everyone telling us that there weren't one there, even though we both of us, like, we've seen it, we've walked past it, it's here. And we were definitely wrong.
Yes, it wasn't Henry VIII at all. He looked like Henry VIII. Yeah,
it looked so much like Henry VIII.
Yeah, but
every person we stopped, we were like, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. We'll ask this guy, and then everyone was like, no, we don't have that here. Like, they're all wrong. Every person who works here is wrong.
Yeah, that's how we felt, honestly. And it was we had already walked like 10,000 steps that morning. The funny thing is that I have to share is that in this gallery, it wasn't like a modern gallery where it's really easy to navigate. It was an old building, so it was like there was a what they would call a gallery would be a giant hallway. So there was hallways splitting off to smaller hallways, splitting off to subrooms, splitting off to subrooms. So it was like a giant skeleton key of a place. Mm. So we got really turned around, and as we were trying to look for this big, because he goes, I said, "Oh, and he goes, "That's the boss." So that was Henry VIII. So we were looking for the boss, not Bruce Springsteen, and we were getting kind of lost, and I think we were getting a little bit hangry. We were getting a little tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Joe, maybe we should. He goes, now, a little bit before this, we were in the military wing of all the military paintings. And I was looking at something, and he's like, mate, what's with this horse? And it was a horse, a riderless horse, which is not common in militaria. It was a riderless horse with no background. It was just like a drab olive kind of flat background. And it was reared up, and it had its eye was like looking at you. It was really weird. Like if you stand in front of it, it's like that horse is definitely looking at me. Right? And he was just sort of like, what's with this horse? What's with the horse? I'm like, I don't know what's with the horse. Look at all these other paintings. Anyway, so we're looking around for the boss, and I'm turned around, and he goes, mate, there's that horse. And it was like all the way across. And I don't know what about that. Like, it was just such what don't you ever hear in a gallery? There's that horse. It just threw me sideways, and I thought it was the funniest flipping thing ever. And then there were a couple other instances of said horse. It became a thing because downstairs we went and I'd paid for like 2 extra things on the tickets, and I thought it was like to a special gallery because it was highlights. And they said, "Oh no, you purchased the books." And I was like, "I bought books?" Okay, so they went and gave us the books. And he was already like getting tired of me laughing about the horse thing. So he opens the book. Never been opened before by a human being. Opens the book. There's the horse. So I'm like, mate, there's that horse. So we had a good laugh at that. And then on the flight back home, I'm watching Our Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman. Mm-hmm. And there's a scene where it's the first meeting of when Churchill becomes the prime minister, and the king's waiting for him, and they go wide into the receiving room, whatever that's called. You probably know, Joe, because you're British.
I like the drawing room.
The drawing room. That and and guess what's hanging in the drawing room?
The horse.
The horse. And I'm like, what? So I snapped a shot of that and sent it to him. It was too funny.
Could there be more than one horse?
No,
maybe?
That's the horse that was in the palace.
Huh.
That's the one.
It's bananas. It's like, how did this? It was funny. It was so funny. Anyways, okay.
Good times.
Good times had by all. I'm going to throw in my 2 cents into this silly thing that we're doing here. I'll keep it short and sweet because I've already talked a bit about it.
A little bit.
I will stave off from the actual show. But I think going to visit Reeves Electro, Marcus out there, he's going to be on our next show, actually.
Oh, cool. Yes, that's on Saturday.
Was just so great. And we had to take a trip out to Kettering, which is a lovely countryside area. It's all Victorian village. The kind where, like, if you walk outside your door and you turn the corner, like, Hugh Grant's going to go, "Oh, hello there," and, that's what you would expect in this type of place. It was great. We got to hang out, and I like to geek out about gear, obviously. That's what we do on the show. But I will say, watching these two guys get really geeky, and he's like, "Look at this box." I'm not going to do the accents, so I'll do a southern accent just to make fun. "Man, tell you what, look at this box right here. This here box, this is full of these transistors that I got. Oh, my golly gosh." And
that's exactly how Marcus sounds.
It's exactly how he sounds. Yeah. And so he was pulling all these like super rare, NOS stock boxes, and he's, I checked all this. It was just wild. They were just going crazy on that.
Blowing the dust off the box.
Yes. Literally that happened. So he was just sharing all of his little treasures and everything, and he was a terrific host. He shared the whole day with us, and
Nice.
and that was very gracious of him, and we really had a great time. But I will say, on the way back from that, because we still had to catch like 3 trains to get home, and it was getting mighty late.
Oh,
Like,
Oh yeah.
it was taking forever to get home. I don't think we got home before midnight.
No, it was about 12. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the station, I was so hungry, and I wasn't saying anything because we had to catch a train. And Joe goes, "Have you ever had a pasty?" And I was like, "No." And he says, "We need to get pasties." And I was like, whatever that is, I will eat it." And it was pure, hot, beefy, potatoy pie joy.
yeah.
Oh man, that was delicious. It was great. Second highlight, the watching was it the Portsmouth or the Gosport Spitfires?
Oh mate, that's Eastleigh.
The Eastleigh Spitfires. Shout out to the Eastleigh Spitfire crews if they're listening. Fans of the Eastleigh Spitfires, that was a great game. That was fun. That was really, really fun.
Me and Glyn are going back. We're going to start going.
That's a good. Yeah, you should. It was a great atmosphere. I loved it, and I wanted to see a Premier League game. This was just as good. It was. We had a great time.
It was like a Wish.com Premier League game.
Yeah,
So it's nearly as good.
and the third, I'm just going to pick one of these things because there were so many. But I think the third really cool highlight was hanging out with your buddy that you work with. And we were in this tiny, tiny, tiny little pub. And it was called the Jolly Roger. And we walk in and both of us like slap each other in the arm. We're like, "That's a Silver Jubilee Marshall half stack." I mean, the thing was 5 feet away from us.
Yeah.
And he had like a whole huge pedal board and like multiple guitars and everything. And it was just like a local, like the cover act kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when they came to start, he couldn't get it. It wasn't working. So then we were just like, oh no. And so we watched him fret and it's like, oh man, we've all been there. And well, a lot of us have been there, and you're just like, no, this has to work. Why won't it work? And
You should have gone up and said, "Hey, did you flip the standby?"
yeah,
It sounds like a would you rather game.
yeah. Well, it was funny. I wish I would. I was trying to pull my phone out to take this picture, but the guy was hovering over his board, and so there's a bass player, a drummer, and 2 singers, and every single one of them was standing up with their hand on their hips, looking down at the board. It looked like a Norman Rockwell painting.
You look so relieved when that turned on.
What went wrong at the pub? Yeah, it was great.
City workers looking down a sewer.
Yeah. So that and like 8 million other things. They're so good, and I'm sure I'll be talking about little instances for the rest of my life. Okay.
Cool.
Onward to what we've got on the table. Joe, you were so kind in gracing me with these 3 pedals here. We have an outstanding delay. I love this delay.
Yep.
It sounds fantastic. I'm really, really happy with that. I'm not just saying everything's fantastic because Joe makes it. It's honestly, I was really impressed with this, and this got a lot of love at the pedal show.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a true analog delay, so it's I would call it almost a little bit dirty.
It is. It's got a little bit of personality to it. Yeah. And it's not labeled, and there's no markers on the knob, so it was like I had to explore. But that was part of learning about the pedal.
Yeah, that's it. So if you put like tone on a guitar pedal, people set it to 2 o'clock because like that's where I like the tone, and they never bother to twist it and see what it does. So I just don't label anything because I think it forces people to make it sound good.
Yeah,
it's
a super handsome pedal too. It's Pelham blue with you put a butterfly decal on it, yes, with Hello Sailor Frex in the front, and I absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
So we'll talk a little bit more about that. Well, let's just talk about that. It's in my hand right now.
Yeah.
Joe, what was the what made you do a delay pedal? Because you're really known for your drives.
Do you know what? I wanted a delay that sounded as good as the homebrew devices Mimic 2. I love that thing. It's great. And Glyn, my father-in-law, convinced me to sell mine. He's like, you're not using it, just sell it. And the second I sold it, I instantly regretted it. So I started messing about with delays to make one that I could use instead. Mm-hmm. And that's how it come about. But it's all about, I hate it when you're using a delay and it takes over the guitar sound. You know,
yes.
It kind of gets in the way.
Yes.
And that one sits out of, it's hard to explain, but it's like out of the way of the guitar sound.
It feels so natural in it. And it's got a warmth to it that I wasn't expecting. Yeah.
It's totally not analog as well. When you break it down, it's a PT 2339 or whatever the IC is. So it's a digital chip with analog drive through.
I was going to ask because I thought you might be using like a Bucket Brigade or something in there, but
no, it costs so much money to use a Bucket Brigade, and some of them, like for example the vintage DN2s and stuff, I find it get in the way of the sound. Mm-hmm. So
a lot of people don't like the Bucket Brigade, and a lot of people really kind of have to have a Bucket Brigade.
I like it. Maybe if I had the President's Control or something like that, it'd feel better. But this is the first delay that I really connected with, and so I built it like that. And I do it with more outputs. So my thinking behind that one is if you've got a small board with maybe a few pedals on it, and sometimes if you step on your drive pedal, the delay level changes, and it messes everything up if you're going to have the delay on all the time. Mm-hmm. But with this, you could just bend over and twist the volume knob up, and you've got like a boost function type thing.
If you can find the volume knob.
If you can find a volume knob. Of course, though, what you got to remember is all these pedals are custom. So order something with a different knob on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see how you got around that.
Yeah. Do you like it? I mean, all my pedals are custom. So if someone has an idea, they could say, I've got this great idea for an enclosure. I'll put whatever you like on it.
Yeah.
Well, what's really cool, if you open up the back of this, and I was fully expecting some sort of, like a PC board or something like that. This is like this is a turret board.
I've just been sick in my mouth. Did you say PCB?
Yeah.
I can't do them, mate. I just can't.
I know, but I mean, when you think delay, you say, it's got to have it. It's got to have a PCB. But this is, I mean, it's beautiful. It's in its simplicity. I mean, that's the thing. There's not, it's not like this matrix of crazy componentry and stuff like that. It's just very straightforward. And it sound. I mean, that's the thing that attracted me at first was just the sound out of it.
Oh, you wrote the initials on the back of the pots. Why didn't I see that before?
Well, I messaged you the other day and said to just check the back of the pots.
Because it's like gold on silver. That's why I couldn't see it. I was looking at it a little bit in the dark and I couldn't see it. But now there they are.
That's because I build them on autopilot, and sometimes I might wire up the wrong pot, so I have to write it on there. Like, Joe, look at this, and remember, this is the volume pot, for example.
Well, the strip I wrote for it's completely wrong. Because I did put a little strip on here for the show so that people weren't asking me. And I got
the volume right.
I got it right. The volume right.
There's something to be said for that.
Anyways, the best thing about music is not perfect. So,
I love doing them they come about because the original ones were a double, so it's two delays in the same pedal with an effects loop in the middle. But I kept getting asks from people to build a smaller one with just one in, so kind of morphed into that.
It's great. It is great. I highly recommend getting your hands on one of these, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's do the next one, which is the Page one, and then we'll talk about the Survivor.
Yes.
Here.
So what I like about the Page pedal, in addition, this one is very cool. It comes with a custom Brazilian rosewood and leather wrap around the.
Just how many is a Brazilian?
How many? That's a Brazilian dollars. But the best thing about it is, no matter what guitar or amp I play, I sound exactly like Jimmy Page.
Yeah. Yes.
God's honest truth.
Yeah. You mean when he's like on the toilet or?
Yeah, might be when he's casting a spell on me, I guess. But no, in all seriousness, this one, I'm not a big fuzz, high gain, distortion fan. This one just sits perfectly.
I knew you were going to love that.
It's a low gain overdrive pedal, I would call it. But it just works so well with my Vox. I mean, it sounds
well, and it's
remarkable.
a little bit. It isn't like a standard overdrive. And this is where Joe's going to jump in and tell us exactly what's going on with it.
Yeah, so it's two MOSFET gain stages, but it's really hard to explain this pedal because people go, well, what is it? Is it a high gain overdrive? What's it based on? All this stuff, but the controls are preamp, power amp, and master volume. Mm-hmm. And if you just think about it in them terms, it kind of makes sense. So if you set the preamp and the power amp to like 9 o'clock and the master volume maxed, you'll get like a completely transparent buffer. So it won't change your tone at all, but it'll drive long lengths of cable type thing. And as you increase the preamp and power amp, you get I hate the word transparent. It's like a tone word, isn't it? But, it's like a natural sound and overdrive. But if you start lowering the master volume and maxing out the preamp and power amp, you get like almost broken speaker, fuzzy mess, if you like. But also, I mean, that one is EQ because it's a version of my Anchor Drive, but that one's EQ'd to try and get the 70s rock Jimmy Page thing. But I can EQ them to anything. So if you're playing a certain type of amp with a certain type of guitar and you use your guitar's volume in a certain way, I can kind of make it do other stuff. And it's so hard to market that because people go, nah, I don't want that. I'll just buy a plexi pedal.
Yeah. Well, what's cool about it, and now that you've explained it, so it's essentially, and I found it to be very amp-like in its. Well, no, it's a kind of a combination because
it's like a combination,
like you were saying, Todd, a combination. Yeah. With having the dual MOSFETs, that just I think it acts a little more like an amplifier.
Well, MOSFETs are known to have the sort of the sonic curve of a valve, aren't they? That's why certain pedals use them in the clipping section as diodes and stuff like that.
Right. But this one is.
Wait, can you guys just touch on that really quick for listeners that may not have picked that up? You said that the
MOSFETs.
Yeah, but the way that you said it, Joe, it was like the signature of a valve.
Yeah, so basically, it's the I went into this recently with a guy called Simon from JSA FX Pedals, and the man is like an absolute genius. He's annoyingly a genius. So he does like the maths behind pedals while you're talking to him. He's like, oh, you could change these 4 capacitors and this 2 resistors, and that means you can use a 1K pot instead of a 20K. Like, he's just a genius. And he went into the actual into the sine wave of a MOSFET and how it can be similar to like a preamp valve, for example.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So they're known to react. And a lot of people say, oh, JFETs, they're very amp-like. Well, actually, I think MOSFETs are more so.
Yeah, it's this one's a keeper.
And it's on tagboard, and it looks awesome in the inside. The gutty what's are amazing.
Yes.
And it's got Brazilian rosewood. That makes everything sound better.
and suede.
Yes, and suede. Yeah. Got to have suede.
Yes. You got to have suede for the MOSFET. Okay, Joe. So that brings us to pedal number 3, and then we'll move on. Oh, I just noticed a little tiny anchor on the back. Oh, I love that. This is called, it has the decal of a plane. It says Survivor on it. It is in neon yellow undercoat with a Pelham blue overcoat that has been rubbed off. It looks awesome. And one really neat thing about this is that after...
I believe that's zinc chromate.
Okay, perfect. Yes, you know that. But it is kind of neon yellow colored.
I think the color's actually called mermaid green.
There you go, mermaid green.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a car color, I think.
So, anyways, we built after the pedal was built,
yes,
and we'll get into how it was done. But at the end,
was it soldered?
He said, "Hey, you got to sign this pedal too because you helped make it." And I really didn't know what to say on it because he always says stuff, and it's. I'm not going to say the word.
Say
But
it.
I wrote, I hope this works, you, and it starts with a T and ends with a T.
Twit.
Twit. Yes.
That's close enough.
We just had such an awesome laugh about that. Yes. Anyways, it's a beautiful pedal. I love it. Brass fittings, white knobs. I love it. Now, but more importantly, this was crafted to exactly how I wanted it to sound.
Yeah. And
I've got pictures that I'll share once this goes live so you can see what we are doing. That's why I haven't posted those ones yet, Joe. So walk us through what this pedal's all about.
So it's my version of a Rangemaster, which differs from any other treble booster. I mean, I suppose it's not exactly a Rangemaster anymore, but what I hate is the fact that PMP transistors sound better than Rangemasters. I'll challenge anyone on that. They just do, whether it's silicon or germanium. That's how the originals were, and whether it's psychosomatic for myself, they just sound better. So it's a PMP transistor, but it takes a 9-volt center negative power supply. So you don't have to mess about with a voltage inverter. There's no internal voltage inverter. It's just wired up differently, and it works. Yeah, and that's the main crux of it. And then when we dig into what we did, I mean, we lowered the filter cap levels, kind of like the Texas Square, not the Square Face, the other one, the Texas Ranger, the old Cesar Diaz pedal does, to try and cut a little bass off the end there, make it a little bit looser. We used a higher gain than I would normally use myself, silicon transistor. I think it was an old Texas Instruments one, if I remember rightly. And then the EQ section, we kind of went through and tested a whole bunch of caps while you were playing, and soldered them in live while you were going.
Yeah. It was really, really cool because like, what about this? I'm like, yeah, it's a little on the bright side, or a little on the. So, and then after he's like, great, I know what we're going to put. What color do you want them to be? And I was like, oh, this is the best time.
Well, every choice you made, mate, was completely different to what I would have chosen. Like, completely different, cap-wise, the lot. And so I've actually made another 4. So I've made another 4 of them pedals.
Really?
And one of them's a dual pedal. So the one half is germanium with what I would choose, and the other half is silicon and everything that you chose. And when I'm playing them side by side, I'm like, no, I can completely understand why everyone would choose your half over mine.
Well, not everyone.
Well, no, honestly, it is. I think if I blind tested someone, they would say that your half was germanium and my half was silicon.
Really?
But I think what people really want is a silicon transistor with,
yes,
with those sort of settings. But because germanium's the thing,
yeah,
they say that they want germanium.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, this thing in front of the AC30 is just unreal. I mean,
I bet it rolls.
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, it isn't like, oh, I love the sound of the Rangemaster. It's not the sound, it's the feel. That's the thing. Like, because when you can fiddle around, you can ease off it, and it's so touch sensitive. And when you really dig in, it's like, I didn't know my amp made that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huge sounding.
All of the EQing and the filter caps. And then I actually think that the space between the components makes a difference, the size of the components. And people think I'm mad and they say it's all in your head, but I mean, you experience the world through your own mind. So technically I'm right. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Psychosomatic or not. But I think parasitic inductance makes a difference. I had a long conversation with both Aaron from Dominion Electric and Chris from R2R. And we all kind of agree that definitely the proximity to other parts makes a difference. Otherwise, you could just recreate that on a tiny little, key fob sized PCB.
Yeah.
But you can't. You just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's truth to that, because I have some Rangemasters that are, in fact, like you just said, they are not big, candy components and all that stuff. It's just, a tight little PCB circuit. And they just they don't sound anything like this. I mean, they really don't.
Yep.
Yeah. And if anyone knows me, they'll know that I'm not a guy who blows my own trumpet at all, ever. I'm more likely to say, put myself down rather than big myself up. But I've put over, they say 1,000 hours of work on something before you become proficient. I've put way over 1,000 hours into the Rangemaster itself. And that actual circuit, the layout of it and stuff, is like my, the end of that product. So it's, of course, I'm going to be able to dial it into what someone needs because I've used it for that long, yeah.
It was a great experience too. And that great experience kind of goes into the next bit of this, which is since we had you on last, your whole life experience in the pedal world has evolved so much and has just exploded. Your YouTube is going off the hook. You developed your own podcast and many other things. Why don't you give us a little bit of insight to that?
So it was. I think did I mention last time we were on that I was going to start a podcast and go all in on YouTube?
I'm
sure
you
was
did.
Just at the start of it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we even had conversations after that about, off the side, like, how, what do I suggest, and what do you think, what my opinion on what you were thinking about was doing, and I'm so glad that you did all that, and to your credit, most people will, and myself included, honestly, it will like almost fall into analyzation paralysis because it's important for us to get things right to the best, to the degree that we can, because as we go through life, we're like, it doesn't serve me well to do something and then figure out how to do it. Right.
Yeah.
And you, to a certain degree, completely threw caution to the wind and just started doing it. And the funny thing is, we had lots of conversations, especially with Marcus. We talked for 3 hours over how we go about doing content and like what the gear world is like right now, and lots of people that are doing it well, and others that, anyways. You kept talking about like, oh, it's not that good. I don't know what I'm doing. Yabba yabba yabba. Just like you just said. And to your credit, it's exactly like how you are in real life, and also your pedals, because your pedals are unorthodox in many, many ways. And I will watch some of your posts on Instagram that are coming directly from your YouTube, and I'm like, Joe, some of these things, the product you're talking about is not even on the camera. Or it's like, I caught you in mid-sentence and ended in mid-sentence, and I saw your hand pass by the camera. But that's also part of the charm of who you are and your attitude towards life and the guitar world.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, happy-go-lucky, I always have been. I didn't even know that I was going to stay in the Navy when I joined the Navy. I joined on a whim because I've told people before, probably on the show, my friend joined up and couldn't pass the training, and I said I could do it. And my plan was to pass the training and then go, right, done, passed, and then leave. But I just never did. So my whole life's been built around that.
The food was good, right?
No, the food is definitely not good. And I apologize to all Navy chefs if there is anyone listening, but try harder.
Maybe a little salt.
But try harder.
Well, we have this running joke in where we say the chef's course is the hardest one because no one's ever passed it yet. But with the videos, I kind of... So on board a warship, my job's always been, like when I was a petty officer, I was the training petty officer. As a chief, I was in charge of the training. And I've always been one to try and help people develop. I noticed a trend on board as well where someone would find something that they're good at, learn everything about a piece of machinery. like a chief or whatever, and not pass that information on to other people to make themselves feel important. And I absolutely despise that. And like, if you have information that can help other people, you know, the rising tide raises all ships, they say. So if I train someone up to do something, then I get something from it because I get to see them grow and I get to dial in my skills as well.
Yeah.
And since leaving, you know, I'm no longer going to sea anymore. So, because I'm ancient in Navy terms. But now I don't get to do that. I don't get to deliver any training or anything like that. And so YouTube kind of was born out of my need to teach people stuff. And of course, like you say, I'm really unorthodox. So, for example, I don't know, I've get some weird comments. Like someone saying you're using the wrong tool for that job. For example, I'm sat here now and I've got like a hacksaw blade in front of me, not a hacksaw or any type of saw. And people will say, you're using the wrong tool there. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I know that if I walk 5 decks away from where I am to the workshop, I'll go in a hacksaw drawer and there won't be any hacksaws left because engineers are absolute, and I won't say the word, and there'll just be some hacksaw blades in there, so I'll just use a hacksaw blade. I'm like, yeah, but you're not a T anymore. Like, 23 years of doing it. Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
I got one guy telling me, this is the best one. He told me that the transistors I was using weren't military spec. He's like, they're not military spec at all. The military don't use them. So that's funny because I unsoldered them from HMS Monmouth myself.
Yes.
But yeah, it kind of come from that. Like the way I do it is completely wrong in every way, but it works. And why wouldn't I pass that information on?
Yeah, and it's not wrong. It's just a different way of doing it. That's it.
Exactly. And do you know what I've had? I get I'd say at least one a day, but maybe more, of people getting in touch and saying, thank you so much for showing us a down-to-earth way and not being like, look at how much I know and putting us down and stuff and just saying, you know, it's okay to be wrong. Leave your mistakes in, show people how to fix them and stuff like that. And I get a lot of comments of people saying, oh, it's not UF, it's microfarads. One guy this week told me that my viewers should stick to using Lego instead of using a soldering iron if they can't figure out microfarads and UF. And I was like, mate, what are you doing? So if you put people down like that, they're not going to pick up a soldering iron. If the next generation don't pick up a soldering iron, this art that we all love dies out.
Yep.
So no, let's encourage people and say, all right, you've done something wrong. This is how you fix it, and give up a bit of time to help people. Don't be that guy that goes, oh, I'm the most important guy in the world. And then when you, for example, leave the Navy, leave a ship, or in the pedal world, stop building, this whole thing turns into nothing. Mm-hmm. And why would we ever want that? I want people to solder, which is why I've started doing, I've just finished my first live build. So I sold some kits. I got a few people live on screen with me for a 3-hour podcast. I mean, it turned out to be 3 hours, but we didn't plan a time in. And we built them step by step. I showed them on camera. They soldered as we were going, and everyone built a pedal that could work. And everyone else who's bought a kit has been in touch since and got theirs working. And it was just so much fun. There's loads of banter on the show as well. I made 2 mistakes, not even on purpose to show people how to fix them. I genuinely messed the pedal up twice. So that was fun as well. And it was just a cool thing. And I want to do more of that. Put the love out in the world, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was one of the things that I didn't realize how much time we were going to spend talking about this kind of thing, but we did cover a lot of ground in the realm of, whether it's teaching, directing, helping, sharing. We talked about that at length. And it was great to be able to talk to somebody who has a shared perspective, but also a slightly different one, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And just the fact that we know we have a word for that called gatekeeping, like that didn't exist 10 years ago or whatever, is encouraging, because people are like, yeah, that's stupid. Don't do that. So
yeah. I hate it. I mean, my father-in-law, Glyn, said to me, don't show. So I did a video on a Kossoff drive, and he's like, no, that's your own design. Don't show people how to do that. I was like, why? Because people are still going to buy them from me if they want one built by me. And if they don't, great, let them build their own. There's nothing I won't share with people, basically.
Yeah. Now, one of the things in discussion about that we kind of had a little idea about is, and I've got 3 little baggies in front of me here. Joe, why don't you tell them what the big idea is?
So the idea is that for the Guitar Knobs listeners, we're going to give away 3 pedal kits, and these are going to go to people who can then build said pedal in a video call with me. We'll have 3 people there. I believe you're going to build one, are you, Todd?
Well, it's either going to be me or Tony, alongside of 2 of our other listeners. So, I think you and I both agree, like, it would be fun because me acting as a bit of a buffer, and we can get each other going, and I know the listeners, and so, and it's not, to be fair, this isn't going to be all the listeners of the world. This is going to go to our supporters on Patreon, as we usually do, try to bring the gifts of the pedal world to them. So now, when you say pedal kit, I just want to make sure that we're clear. This is literally a bag. Here.
Electronic componentry.
Yes, this is all of the electronic candy that Joe puts into his pedals. This is going to be done on tag board. Is that correct?
Yeah, on a tag board, and it's actually going to be a version of the pedal that Tony has, the Jimmy Page thing. It'll be EQ'd slightly different, but it's that circuit.
Cool. So we are going to we're going to supply the enclosures. They're not going to be your sort of trademarks. Well, I don't think they'll be the slanted enclosure. I got to see what I can get my hands on. But to a degree, the people selected are also going to have to customize it their own dang selves with, their own kind of knobs that they want and their own paint. They're going to have to do all that, which is really kind of how you do it. So we're mirroring your approach.
It's going to be fantastic. And, hopefully it'll encourage people to pick up a soldering iron and build other kits or build other pedals. And when we say kit, it's not a kit. This really is just genuinely vintage components and stuff that I've
kit
put
would
together.
be hamburger helper. This is a bag of macaroni and
Yep.
And you'd have one of them PCB things that I can't stand.
Yes. Indeed. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to send out an email and find out who is actually interested in this. Not actually like who could possibly be interested in this, but I know that this isn't for everybody, and I want to make sure that this goes in the hands of the people that are clamoring for it. And I know that we will have no problem getting those people on board. It'll be great fun, and you will end up with something that is going to sound awesome, and you'll have a great experience because Joe is a really wonderful dude.
Thank you very much. Also, for the guys who do win it eventually, all you need is a phone or a laptop with a camera and a set of headphones that you can speak with. You don't need anything fancy. That's all you'll need. And obviously you'll need a soldering iron, not unless you're going to rub 2 sticks together and get a bit going. But you'll need a soldering iron.
You can use matches.
I mean for the actual video call, the conference call. You're not going to need anything fancy.
Yeah. And so all 4 of us will be on live together walking through it. It's going to be a great experience.
Or else.
And you know what? What we could do, Tony, is we might be able to just kind of set up a thing in here and put it on the monitor, and maybe you can just kind of be a 5th, Giacomo who's just,
I want to be a Giacomo.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And also the pedal that I build, because I'll build one to show people. You can give that away too, and I'll post it from here.
What?
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, well then let's make sure that gets into one of our supporters in the UK.
Yeah, that'd be better.
I like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right.
Yeah, I know I will be fully painted and all that jazz.
Fantastic. This is just outstanding. I'm very, very excited. Also, I think lastly, so we were toying around in your shop and you said, "Oh, this is," I can't remember which pedal it was, and you picked it up and you just kind of turned the knobs a little bit, and you're just like, I don't know, it's like blah 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 blah, and then I plugged it in and plugged in the Les Paul, and dead on. I can't remember what song I was playing, but it was
Rock and Roll Star, wasn't it?
Was it Rock and Roll?
Yeah. Oh, it was in Married with Children.
It was insane. We both looked at each other like, oh, that sounds exactly that. It was the exact sound of Noel. And I said, dude, I don't know what you just did here, but make that a thing.
So it was a Mustortion, but the ICs are really hard to get. I sourced one for the video, and I was like, nah, I'm never building that again.
Yes. Well, that's going to be the elusive 100% Oasis sound that nobody will ever get then.
Well, there's one. It's available now on my website if anyone wants it. But, I'm not building another.
So it's on your website. It's not on Reverb or anything like that, right?
No, all through HelloSailorFX.com.
Okay, and which one would they be looking for on that?
The Mustortion.
It's called the Mustortion.
It's a clone of the old Ibanez. You know, the one that was only out for a while because they've run out of chips.
I see. And what does it look like?
It's like Japanese fabric, and it's got 5 knobs on the top, white clon knobs.
That's right. And let's see, what else? What else do we have? I think that's it. Now, if I was you people, I would really try to snag this ASAP because I can vouch for this. This was an incredible pedal, and it looks stunning. And you have it listed at 220p, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. 220p is £2, mate. So £220.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You will be amazed at what this sounds like, but make sure somebody better snag that lickety split.
Yeah, so there's 2 things that really I wanted to ask your subscribers and listeners to help me with.
Okay.
One is I've got a brand new fuzz pedal coming out. I built this there's a guy who helps me out. His name's his handle's Craze Fandango. Absolutely brilliant guy. Him and his wife come to all the guitar shows. And if anyone's ever done a guitar show on their own, you'll know that it's a nightmare when you need a coffee or you need to run a loo. There's literally no chance of it. And these guys come and usually his wife will stay on a stand and we can go around, play guitars and skive off work, basically.
Nice.
And he's really big into Tommy Bolin. And is it Bolin? Bolin? How do you say his name?
Bolin.
Yeah, Bolin, that's the guy. And he played an Astrotone fuzz or Sam Ash fuzz. So I built him one with some Hello Sailor Effects mods. And filmed it all on video, but it sounded so good. I was like, I'm going to put that into production, but I need a name for it. And it's got to be a sailor-related name. And I've run out of all my creative juices. I just cannot think of a name. So I was wondering if your listeners could maybe suggest a name for it.
Okay. All right.
It's got to be nautical.
It's got to be nautical. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
That sounds good. And the best name, may the best name win.
May the best name win. Exactly. Joe, you're doing an awful lot for the guitar community, and we just can't thank you enough. I'm so glad that, aside from our friendship, I'm so glad that you are out there adding to the color of everything that we do. Your charisma is so contagious, and it just makes you happy when you got one of these boxes in front of you and you're playing it.
Yep.
If you don't have a Hello Sailor pedal yet, I cannot recommend getting your hands on one more.
Well, if anyone's thinking about going to the website, if your listeners put in knobs 30, they can have 30% off anything in the store.
What?
Until the 31st of December. So for the rest of this year, knobs 30 will get you 30% off. That should help cover any sort of tariff charge or anything that may be, if I mention the dreaded T word.
Yeah.
It's almost double my shipping costs, but I'll also add 30% off for any of you guys who order with Knobs 30.
That's
Nice.
wildly generous. In thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
I just love making these pedals, so when they sell, I can buy more vintage parts. As I was saying just before the show, I had 2 big bags of blue molded caps turn up. I'm really excited because as soon as I get off here, I'm testing them. It's like it's early hours of the mornings now, but I can't contain myself. I love making pedals, so if I sell them in any capacity, it means I can make more. So please do buy them because then I can make more.
There you go. Well said, Tony
Yes.
or Jared.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it's me.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Would
it's
you
come to the... Exactly. So we're going to play that. Would you?
Yes.
So let me tell you, here's the situation. You're walking down the street with your best buddy, and you both play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Daly is chasing you down. He needs help filling in a few positions for a few different productions going on. Because, you're walking around L.A. So the first production he needs help with is you get to fill in for Jason Bonham's band. And they have special guests Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones in his band to get that, for that experience. It's a big show, big production. But the job pays nothing except for the experience itself. The second opening is a vintage guitar game show as a contestant. So you get to go on some sort of game show. You get to, somebody awesome is hosting it, like Alice Cooper. And you could win around up to $1 million in
Whoa.
vintage gear.
Ooh.
$1 million. Up to $1 million. It's not guaranteed. You have to answer the questions.
How many contestants?
I like the fact that you picked a crazy big number and you're not worried about that, but you are worried about the legal details of this.
Yeah.
Substantial penalty for early withdrawal.
The devil's in the details, man. You got to include them.
Yeah.
So, we're talking vintage gear, like vintage Martins and Gibsons, Fenders, vintage pedals like Klon, Centaur, and all the goods.
Mm-hmm.
And you get first choice of which gig you want to do, but you have to maintain the best friend status. Like after it all, you still have to remain best friends. So what are you going to do? Okay, instead of the best friend thing, let's just choose one another here.
Perfect. I love that idea.
That's perfect.
Tony, you go first.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to choose Jared. And that makes it super easy.
Okay.
Super, super easy because
Yes.
I want to do the game show.
Yeah, you get to run away with the money.
I get to run away with the stuff, but my buddy Jared,
Love Zeppelin.
he loves the
I take
Zeppies.
it.
So
take it.
he's going to be a happy camper. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Jared.
Okay, Joe. So Joe and I, we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to do, I don't know what Joe would really want to do in real life. So I'm going to take a stab at this and say, I'm going to do the gig and Joe can do the game show.
All right. Joe, do you accept that?
Oh, yeah. I've got a question, though.
Yeah.
As part of this game show, all these vintage instruments and stuff, do you get to touch them and play them during the game show? Forget winning and the money, but as part of the game show, am I going to pick up like a 59 Les Paul and then put it back down again?
Yeah, because you have to use those instruments to play the game.
Right, I'm in.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. Joe.
I'm picking a game show. I don't want the money. Let me pick up a 59 Les Paul for 5 seconds. Led Zeppelin, get lost. Not bothered. I love them, but no chance. Led Zeppelin in one side, 59 Les Paul on the other. Come on, it's not even a choice. That
Okay, I'm happy to run away with that money.
And I'm handing the gig over to you, Todd. I'll let you get up and play. I feel like that would sound better as well.
Nice.
I completely accept that. I think we are all choosing wisely.
Yes.
So Tony,
yes, Todd.
this is going to be interesting because
I accept the rose.
You accept the rose. I'm going to. I'll play the gig and give you the money.
You're awfully nice.
Yeah, I would do that for you.
Ah, gosh.
Yeah,
I love it.
yes.
You're the best.
That was good. And it is interesting because that is a very tough choice because you didn't pick some random, band or something. It's like you get to play with the mighty Led Zeppelin. Hello.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, who would want $1 million of gear? Not this guy.
I do.
Yes. No, I mean, who wouldn't?
Oh, who wouldn't?
Yes.
Who wouldn't?
Not this
I
guy.
I thought you used a double negative there.
No.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, yes. Okay, Tony, we need to thank a few people here.
Yes, Todd, because at this point of the show, there's a special group of people that we love to thank. These are our, how do we say, executive producers?
Yes.
That's right.
Como se dice?
Is that what they say? Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice. Now, executive producer helps make this show possible. How do you become one? You head over to patreon.com/the Guitar Knobs. Check out a couple different levels in which you can participate. Become a sponsor, a friend, a hero of the podcast. Mm-hmm. Each level comes with some very nice thank you gifts and opportunities to win some pretty great stuff. And I'm told maybe even build a pedal with our buddy Joe.
It's going to be awesome.
Live on camera.
It's going to be awesome.
But in addition to all that great stuff, I am told there is one thing more. What would that be?
Well, you get to have your name read on the thing.
You get to have your name read on the thing.
Just like that.
That's right. Well, why do you push the button when we got the real thing?
Because I got both.
Yeah.
Two's better than one.
Tricky. So special thanks to these executive producers. Anthony Lathrop, Brett Hogarth, Cameron Pampas, Darren Gregory, Don Kloss, Elad Mizrahi, James Bell, James White, John Esterly from Buzzer Effects, John Sebastian, John Halverson, Justin Jones, Ken Sayers, Michael Sanchuk, Mike Davenport, Owen Eads, Pluton, Ralph Gottschalk from Wonderful Audio Technology. What? Richard Kendall, Rick Calhoun, Rusty Sneeden, Stefan Lamb, Tom Brazen, Trevor Ellenberg, Trevor Gunberg, Vader and Pedals, and Caribou Gone.
Yes.
Great band.
Yeah.
But you know, Todd,
Yeah.
in addition, we have a special group of executive producers. We call them our Grand Poobahs. These are the creme de la creme, the top of the heap, the A number ones. And they wear a fez upon their head whilst listening to said podcast. So special thanks. Oh, did you get the, what's the Iron Brew?
Well, yeah, I had some of that.
No, but did you get it in so we can, this is what our Grand Poobahs are supposed to be
No, the
drinking?
tariffs are a mess.
Oh.
I can't import it.
Oh, too bad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But I can just give you a special thanks to these Grand Poobahs. Anthony Gemalero, Billy Spitfire Unlimited, Bob Crouch, Brian Robinson, Cody Foster, David Kaminga, David Tyndall, Enrico Fernando, Fox Hill Studio, Gregory Randall, Hex Matos, John Williams, Martin Cliff, Matt Hart, Michael Van Zant, Michio Murakishi, Moon Guitars, Pedro Vasquez, Sam Jett, Steve Keys, James Pennington, Zach Oswald from Brandon Wound Pickups, Jonathan Labate from M2 Labs,
Yeah.
Ty Barnes, James Castellano, and Kenny Howes.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Thank you all. I'm going to actually do a quick clarification. For these kits, we're going to do one exec and one poobah.
Nice.
Split it. Make it even.
Yes.
All right.
Fitty.
Perfect.
So that's how we'll do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot do the show without you. Truly, we cannot. It would not be sustainable. Thank you so much for supporting our show. And please, if you're thinking about it, if you've enjoyed the past 400 plus, 440 episodes, 441 episodes now, then we would encourage you to consider joining the gang.
Do it!
Joe, we need to say an enormous, I don't want to get the rocks thrown at me, an enormous thank you for sharing your time in hanging out with us and your incredible generosity to not only the guitar world, but specifically to us and our supporters.
Oh, thank you for having me. I love coming on the show. And I've got to beat Daredevil effects, haven't I?
Yes. We'll get that one.
Soon you'll get
your race board, a leaderboard.
Yeah, soon you'll get your velour jacket.
Yes, corduroy.
Yes.
So where can people go get this stuff?
So the best place to find me is hellosailoreffects.com if you want to find my pedals, or Hello Sailor Effects Official on Instagram and YouTube.
Right.
There's best places.
I will also say, we talked a lot about the pedals that are available on those sites, but as Joe mentioned, I think I'm going to speak for you, Joe, based on what, we know of you and our experience with you, is that if you say, hey, I would love to get a whatever kind of pedal, Joe is going to work with you on what that will be, because that's the thing that he loves to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Artwork, pictures, anything. If you have I put a picture of someone's kids on a Seawolf delay not too long ago.
I hope it was their kids.
It was their kids.
Okay.
By their kids.
Just found some kids.
Yeah, just random kids. No, it was a picture from earlier on in his life that he wanted to memorize. Anything like that. I'm happy to accommodate.
Outstanding.
Nice.
And if you are the lucky person who gets the Mostortion drive off of his website, it's a one and only build. That's it. There's going to be one of those out there. Please get a hold of us, take a picture, and we would love to post it on our Instagram to share that, because it is an outstanding pedal. I have played it. I couldn't stop playing it. It was awesome. Okay.
Also, if people want to build one of them themselves, the video's on my Instagram, my YouTube channel, and I've got the full build video. So if you want to step by step it and do it yourself, you could do that.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Tony, where can people find things that you do? Whatever.
Well, they can go over to pickguardian.com, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Check out the stuff that I do. What do? I make custom pick guards for guitars. How do you get one? You shoot me an email. Let me know what you're trying to do, what guitar you have, what material you want, what pickups you're using, all the details.
Yes.
I'll make something very special for you.
Indeed, you will.
And as Todd always says, it's your opportunity to make your guitar even more yours.
Indeed. Jared?
Well, yeah, if you want to chat with me about guitars and stuff, jared.allen.brandon on the old Instagram-o.
Yes, please send him lots of really bad AI videos. Okay?
I can't live without
seriously,
them.
please do that. I want
Anything
everybody
to do with
to send
Mr. Rogers.
him one AI video through his message.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I can't get enough.
You can shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you, and we will share things as we get them. Tell us what you're into. Tell us what you love about your own guitar setup. That's how this all works. We share it, and it makes it all better and gooder. So, also, please listen to the Valentinos. Doggone it, we're halfway through a new album. I'm very excited about this.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good driving music, and I think you'll dig it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun-filled, very packed show. We thank you for hanging out with us. We thank you for supporting the guitar community. Have a fantastic Guitar Week, and subscribe!
Yeah.
Cheers.
What are you doing to that can? That's not how you anticipated that working out, is it?
damn it.
He's a
come on.
saint.
There you go.
What's wrong with you guys? Why are you
I'm
taking
like,
his
this
side?
is funny. Don't do that to Mr. Rogers.
Oh, okay.
This is
Joe,
going to
that's
make
me.
some terrible outtakes.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Watch this, Tony. I'm going to eat one of these.
Oh God, he's gonna eat the. Oh,
I
this
have
is
double salted
Fisherman's friend?
licorice.
no. It's this double
God.
salt black licorice. It is the most horrific thing you will ever put in your mouth.
No, it's not.
Hello, hello, hello.
If it's
Wait,
upside
hold
down.
it closer. Yeah, hold it closer.
Seeing if you're paying attention.
I haven't quite got the singing voice, I don't think.
Well, I was talking to old Tony Bolonsky about whatever. Hello. Huh.
Wait, Tony, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you're seeing that?
What?
Right. Maybe specifically about the show and or the building experience
Or the cuddling.
Or yeah, or the cuddling.
Yeah, I do miss the cuddles.
I can't wait for that.
Jared, how are you?
Hello.
Well, we didn't get mugged, so that's a good thing. I suppose that's one thing we didn't achieve.
I honestly, I was kind of welcoming the idea of beating up a phone stealer. I think between the two of us, we could have taken him. You know.
I was looking forward to being in the news and in trouble in work for doing it.
Hello.
Sailor.
So what are you saying? What do I say?
You're here.
Hello.
Well,
Can somebody buy me dinner first?
I'm a cheap.
so YouTube DIY trip and
Cuddling.
pedals. He's like, shut up. Wait, what's that sound? And away we go.
Well, that's it for these knobs. Please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theguitarknobs. Visit our website at theguitarknobs.com for all of our past episodes, 4 on the Floor blog, and other good stuff. You can connect with us on social too at our Facebook page and share your gear and stories on our Facebook group. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram at Guitar Knobs. Catch you next time.